Hey guys, today we're looking at my April TBR. Hey guys, welcome back to All Booked Up. Today we are going to be having a quick look at my April TBR. So these are books that I'm planning to read throughout the month of April. For those of you who don't know, I am quite a mood reader, so this is liable to change. It may well be that I start a series here and actually I decide I want to continue straight away. So this is sort of a list of stuff that I'm thinking I'm going to get to, but it's by no means a super strict TBR like I know some guys on BookTube have. First up in my April TBR, this is a series I've been reading with the Feb Rising read along over with the Library of Alexandria. There'll be a link in the doobly-doo. So yeah, Feb Rising. So we did Red Rising in February, we did Golden Sun in March, and in April we're on to Morning Star. So yeah, Morning Star by Pierce Brown. I'm quite excited for this. Golden Sun was not my favourite. You'll see that in my wrap-up that's coming later this week. But I did really enjoy Red Rising. Golden Sun was good, and I am certainly interested to see where Morning Star takes us to end this initial trilogy in the Red Rising saga. So yeah, quite excited for this. It's been really fun reading along with guys in Alan's Discord, chatting about this as we've gone through it. So I am excited for this, even if only for that aspect of it. The second series I'm wanting to continue on with is over here, Reaper Man. So this is a Discworld book. I have only read Mort. So Mort is my only Discworld book I've ever read. I read it in February. I did enjoy it. It was good fun, but I wasn't massively in love with it. So I'm hoping that here Reaper Man will really take that, what I liked from Mort, and will keep running with it. And then hopefully I'm going to really be invested in this Terry Pratchett Discworld. If I am struggling with Reaper Man, there is a good chance that I actually jump over to the City Watch sub-series instead. So that starts with Guards. That's going to be my next attempt at getting into Pratchett if I am still struggling with the Death series. It's not that I disliked Mort, it just wasn't something I loved as much as I thought that I would, to be honest. So yeah, Reaper Man is the other book. Well, it's the other series that I'm going to be continuing on with, is this Death sub-series of Discworld. Then we're going to jump on to some of the other things I want to get to this month. These are some standalone books as well as first books in series that either are out and completed or there's multiple entries in. Some of them are first books in a series that is only just starting. So yeah, there's not too much continuation here. This is sort of new series and new books and standalones I want to get involved in. First of these is Dragon Mage by M.L. Spencer. Now this was initially released as a standalone, I believe. It has been decided by M.L. Spencer that they are going to continue in this world with another book. So I'm really excited for that. This is a big chunk of a boy. It's 950 pages, I think. As you can see, the cover is awesome. This is something that I have heard about thanks to Petrick. A link to his channel is also in the doobly-doo. Yeah, he absolutely raved about this book. He loved it. I've seen a lot of people on r/fantasy subreddit talking about this book as well. It's gotten a lot of love. It's got a really high rating on Goodreads as well. So I'm really excited to get into this. This is a chunky boy though, so this could take quite a lot of my month, especially if I'm having a slow reading month. Another first book in a series that has just released, or actually isn't even released yet, I have an arc for this, is The Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynn. This also has a super awesome cover. Again, a really epic dragon on the cover. I don't know what's going on this year, but there is some awesome dragon artwork on covers, and I am in for it. So you might know I absolutely adore the Banished Land saga. I love The Faithful and the Fallen. I really enjoyed the follow-up trilogy of Blood and Bone by John Gwynn. I really enjoy his writing style. I love the action-orientated style of it. I love that there's never action just for the sake of action. Gwynn weaves the action in and actually uses it to enhance our character, enhance the plot. It works really well in that sense. And I am really excited for The Shadow of the Gods. This is book one in what is being called the Bloodsworn saga. This is much more Norse inspired compared to sort of the Celtic almost Roman as well, influences that are in The Faithful and the Fallen. So I'm really in for this Ragnarok-centered Norse series that John Gwynn is starting. I believe book 2 is already basically written, so he really is pumping out these books. But I'm super excited to read this, this copy on my Kindle, this arc, and hopefully I'll get a review out to you just a little bit before release date. As some of you might have seen on some of my other videos, I am very much a fantasy reader, but I actually am really wanting to get into a little bit more sci-fi. So we've already talked about Morning Star from the Red Rising series on this list. The other sci-fi I've got on this list for April is Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky. I have heard many things about this book, and actually, to be honest with you, I've already started reading this book. I've got to it just at the end of March. I've just started it, and I am really liking the concept so far. I've heard lots about Adrian Tchaikovsky. This is the first book of his that I'm going to have read. It is really interesting start. It's very typical sci-fi, but really interesting start. Some good sort of philosophical and scientific ideas being explored. What I would say is, if you are an arachnophobe, if you really are scared of or really dislike spiders, this might not be the book for you. I have heard it's a very good standalone. It does have a follow-up called Children of Ruin. I've heard that this works really well as a standalone story, but if I do love this, I could jump straight into Children of Ruin. That could be a TBR buster this month if I really love this book, and I could be jumping straight into Children of Ruin, but obviously we'll see how that goes. So the last 2 books on my April TBR are a little bit more out of my comfort zone in terms of genre. As I've said, I'm massively into fantasy. I do like my sci-fi as well. These are going to be historical fiction, and they're both in the same series. So first up is this, Emperor, The Gates of Rome. So this is by Connor Gordon. In this series, he is writing about Julius Caesar, about the Romans. I don't know too much about it other than it comes highly recommended. And my sister-in-law actually bought me this for Christmas, and I'm really excited to jump into it. The second of the historical fictions books I want to read is Emperor, The Death of Kings, which is the second book in the same series. I believe there are 5 books in the Emperor series. So yeah, hopefully I enjoy them. Hopefully I can get into them and they're really something I enjoy. I do like fantasy settings that are sort of set in that kind of historical era, as you'll see with The Faithful and the Fallen by John Gwynn that we've talked about. I absolutely adore that series. I love the setting. I love the historical nods it gives to the sort of Celtic Roman setting. So hopefully this will be a series of books I really enjoy, and I could well, again, this could be one that is a TBR buster. If I really enjoy this, I might get stuck in these. I'm actually intending to leave these a little bit later in the month for that reason, because there is more to follow on with them, and I don't necessarily want to lose track of some of the other books on this TBR. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what I'm going to be reading in April. Like I've said, this is a loose idea. We'll see how closely I follow to it. I'm sure in my April wrap-up you'll be able to laugh at how few of these I got to and how many other books I picked up from nowhere. But hopefully that gives you an idea of what I'm going to be reading this month. Don't forget to like the video if you've enjoyed it. If you want to, you can subscribe to this channel as well. I'm going to be posting videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So hopefully I'll see you soon.